Welcome to our few moments together on the Parsha. This Shabbos, we have the privilege of reading two Parshas, Parshas Matos and Parshas Masei. It's a rather long Kriyas HaTorah, having to do with the last 244 psukim in Chumash Bamidbar. And Masei, of course, the last Sedja, is the one that talks about the travels of Bnei Yisrael, and it's obvious that has a lot to do with the entire history of the Jewish people and all of its travels and travails and successes. And we are living in a time where much of the prophecy that exists in terms of the Jewish people's return to Eretz Yisrael after all the travels that we've gone through, we see coming true before our eyes with all the difficulties and all the problems that beset the Jewish people. But if you take a look at the last pasuk of Parshas Masei, the pasuk is quite instructive. Eila hamitzvos hamishpatim. These are the commandments, the observances, and the judgments. Asher tziva Hashem biyad Moshe el bnei Yisrael, that Hashem commanded the Jewish people through Moshe, but Adavos Moav, in the plains of Moab, al Yarden Yerecho, by the river, by Jericho, by the Yarden, al Yarden Yerecho, by the Jordan River running past Yericho, Chazak. That's how we end the entire Kriya of Chumash Bamidbar, leading up to Devarim, and it's instructive to note that this always comes within the 3 weeks, close to Rosh Chodesh Av, and of course the Shabbos, we have the privilege of being Mevorchim Hachodesh Av, that should be turned around from Yagon to Simcha, from travail to joy, in Yirtzeh Hashem. But we end with the words Chazak, Chazak, V'nis Chazek. Why do we repeat the words Chazak, Chazak, V'nis Chazek? Wouldn't it be enough to just say Chazak? Why is the double expression Chazak, Chazak? And then, of course, be strong, be strong. That's the double expression of Chazak. And then V'nis Chazek, and we will strengthen ourselves. What is the Torah telling us through our Chazal when they instituted that we read these two Parshas and ending with those words, and V'nis Chazek, and we shall be strong? Now, it's interesting to note that the Torah in the Navi, in Yirmiyah, on the psukim that I read on Tisha B'Av, quotes the psukim in Yirmiyah and Perek Tes, and the Gemara in Nidarim on Pei Aleph has a discussion about those psukim. It says over there that things were asked of all the Nevi'im. Davar zeh nishal. The pasuk itself says the following words. The pasuk says, Ki mi ha'isha chacham v'yovein ezos. Who is wise and will understand this? V'asher diber pi Hashem elov v'yagida, and perhaps they will tell over from the mouth of Hashem, al mo of the haaretz. Why did the land get destroyed? Now we know that Eretz Yisrael had two major destructions, from the first Beis HaMikdash and the second Beis HaMikdash. The Beis HaHaron, the Patik Arav, combines the words Chazak, Chazak, and the question of Al Mo of the Haaretz, and the Gemara in the Durham on Pei Aleph says, Al She'oz, and he quotes the pasuk in Yirmiyah, Al She'oz v'mes Torasi, because they went away from my Torah. And the Ran explains on Daf Pei Aleph, when it says that we went away from the Torah, but that's an obvious thing. Well, nobody could understand that. Nobody would be able to answer that question. As the pasuk says, And as the Gemara says, they asked the Nevi'im, they asked all the Chachamim. No one had an answer. How can you say no one had an answer? The pasuk says, "I'll sha'ov them as sha'ozvam es Torasi." They went away from my Torah. So the Gemara explains, "Shelo berchu b'Torah tchila." They didn't say a bracha first on the study of the Torah, and the Ran explains it means that they didn't have a value. They didn't see the study of Torah as an eternal, divine value, and consequently, they left the Torah because it wasn't important, and it was left aside. But the pasuk says, "Eila hamitzvos v'ha mishpatim." Both the mitzvahs and the mitzvahs refer to the laws bein adam lamakom, and the mishpatim, which refer to the laws bein adam lachavero, and that explains why there was a destruction on both the first Beis HaMikdash and the second Beis HaMikdash, because the first Beis HaMikdash was destroyed because of the lack of observance of the commandments. Bein adam lamakom, there was idol worship and immorality, while when it came to the second Beis HaMikdash, it was sinas chinam, because there was man's inhumanity to man among the Jewish people. And so, Eila ha-mitzvos v'ha-mishpatim asher tziva Hashem es Moshe. These are the mitzvahs and the mishpatim which Moshe commanded to the Bnei Yisrael. Al yayden yevecha chazak, chazak. We have to strengthen the mitzvahs bein adam lamakom, and we have to strengthen the mitzvahs bein adam lachavero. And then, the nis chazek, we will become strengthened to the point where we will see the redemption of the Jewish people. So the Beis HaHaron so beautifully gives us an insight that we have in our hands, in our minds, in our hearts, the ability to bring about a reversal for the Jewish people, because we chazak on the mitzvahs bein adam lamakom, and chazak on the mitzvahs bein adam lachavero, and between the two of them that we make chazak, the nis chazek, we will get ever more strong. That's the way to understand the beautiful ending of this particular Chumash Bamidbar, because there were a lot of Masei, there were a lot of travels, a lot of Vayichan, a lot of Vayisa, a lot of campings, and a lot of travels, as the Jewish people have gone throughout the centuries in camping and traveling and coming back. And now we want and hope and pray that we will have reached a point. We see history changing before our eyes, and we are the ones who are the masters of our own future and history. And if Klal Yisrael can take this last pasuk and realize that at the end, chazak, we've got to strengthen these two things, there's a chance that we will see the redemption of the Jewish people with the coming of Mashiach. Amen, as we all agree. I'd like to take this opportunity to give a special bracha to the wonderful incoming Morid Asra, Rav Moshe Hobna Shlita, who will lead the Young Israel Bethel of Borough Park with a strength and a fortitude, with the strength of the chazak v'nis chazek of the Torah. He should be blessed to have a tremendous success, and you should all be blessed to enjoy the wonderful opportunity to learn from such a great Talmud Chacham, and to be able to increase our mitzvahs bein adam lamakom and bein adam lachavero, so that Young Israel Bethel of Borough Park could continue to flourish and do well in the years to come. And of course, we hope and pray that when Mashiach comes, we'll all pick up ourselves up and we'll go to the real big Beis HaMikdash in Yetz Hashem in Yerushalayim, Ir Hachodesh. I want to wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom U'Mevorach. We should all be blessed with a very peaceful and wonderful Shabbos, and we should take the upcoming 9 days, if Mashiach doesn't come before, to give ourselves an opportunity to bring about the ultimate redemption of the Jewish people, that we will be redeemed in Yetz Hashem. With all the troubles and everything that's gone on, there's a bright future for Klal Yisrael. We should have a wonderful, wonderful Shabbos. Shabbat Shalom U'Mevorach.